Welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to be looking at partial variation. We're going to be looking at partial variation. So, partial variation is the only one that has got two variables. It has two variables, and I'm just going to start by explaining through an example. Let's say you have a question that says x is partly constant and partly varies and is y. Okay, and then it says when y is equal to 2, x is equal to 30, and when y is equal to 6, x is equal to 50. So since it has got two constants, it means you can only solve it using simultaneous equations. So for example, this is how you would represent this in symbol format. It says x is partly constant, so here you can choose letters as long as they don't conflict with the variables. So I'm going to use h and k. It's partly constant and partly varies as y. It's partly constant and partly varies as y. So for this one, you don't even use the sign of proportionality. You just go straight to the equation and you introduce your two constants. So this is the relationship between x and y, which are the variables, and h and k, which are the constants. So we are going to use the two pairs of values that we have been given to solve and find the value of h and the value of k. So it says when x is equal to 30, y is equal to 2, y is equal to 2, and it says when x is equal to 50, y is equal to 6. So here we can solve by elimination, just subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So 30 minus 50, you get minus 20. H minus h, you get 0. And 2 minus 6, you get minus 4. Minus 4k. You divide both sides by minus 4. Here you get 5 is equal to k. So you substitute in the first equation to find the value of h. So you say 30 is equal to h plus 2 times 5. You say 30 is equal to h plus 10. You subtract 10 from both sides, and you're going to have 20 is your answer here for h. So which means the equation that connects x to y will be in the form x is equal to 20 plus 5 plus 5y. Okay, so the first question was find the relationship between x and y. So this is the relationship between x and y, and the next part says find x when y is equal to 3. So using this equation, you're just going to substitute y with 3 to get the value of of x. So you say here 20 plus 5 times 3, and here you say x is equal to 20 plus 15, and x will be equal to 35. Okay, so this is how you would tackle a question under partial variation. You just need to remember that you are introducing two constants, and the other constant is just standing on its own, and the other constant is being multiplied to the other variable. So we're going to look at another example. Another example says x is partly constant and partly varies with y when y is equal to 3, x is equal to 11, and when y is equal to 4, x is equal to 14. Part A says find the relationship between x and y, and part B says find x when y is equal to 10. So in this case, we're also going to use h and k as our constants. So the relationship will look like x is equal to h plus k plus ky. Then we use the two pairs of values to find the value of the constant. So x is equal to 11 when y is equal to 3, and x is equal to 14 when y is equal to 4. So equation 1, equation 2, you subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Here you get minus 3, h minus h, that's 0. 3 minus 4k is equal to 3k minus 4k is equal to minus k. Divide both sides by minus 1, and you get 3 being equal to k, and then you substitute in the first equation to find the value of h. 11 is equal to h plus 3 times 3. 11 is equal to h plus 9, and 11 minus 9 is equal to h, and 2 is equal to h. So the relationship or the equation will look like this: x is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 3y. This is the relationship between x and y. And part B says find x when y is equal to 10. So we are saying we're substituting y in this equation with 10, and here you're going to get 2 plus 30, which will give you an answer of 32. So x will be equal to 32. Okay, so those are the two examples of partial variation. I just want you to go through them, and I want you to notice the difference between partial variation, joint variation, direct and inverse variation. This one is slightly different because you don't even use the sign of proportionality. You just go straight to the relationships by introducing the two constants. One constant will be on its own, and the other constant will be multiplied by the other variable, and you will be adding them together on the right hand side. So I just want you to go through these examples and attempt the questions. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next lesson.